Poeta Fitna Nascitur Lewis Carroll ampersand quo. How shall I be a poet? How shall I write in rhyme? You told me once the very wish partook of the sublime. But tell me how. Don't put me off with your another time. Ampersand quo. The old man smiled to see him, to hear his sudden sally. He likes the lad to speak his mind enthusiastically. And thought and quo. There's no humdrum in him, nor any shilly-shally. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. And would you be a poet before you've been to school? Ah, well. I hardly thought you so absolute a fool. First learn to be spasmodic, a very simple rule. Ampersand quo. For first you write a sentence, and then you chop it small. Then mix the bits, and sort them out just as they chance to fall. The order of the phrases makes no difference at all. Then, if you'd be impressive, remember what I say, that abstract qualities begin with capitals always. The true, the good, the beautiful, those are the things that pay. Ampersand quo. Next, when we are describing a shape, or sound, or tint, don't state the matter plainly, but put it in a hint. And learn to look at all things with a sort of mental squint. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. For instance, if I wished, sir, of mutton pies to tell, should I say dreams of fleecy flocks pent in a wheaten cell? Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Why, yes, ampersand quo. The old man said, ampersand quo. That phrase would answer very well. Ampersand quo. Then fourthly, there are epithets that suit with any word, as well as Harvey's reading sauce with fish, or flesh, or bird. Of these, wild, lonely, weary, strange, are much to be preferred. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. And will it do, oh will it do to take them in a lump, as the wild man went his weary way to a strange and lonely pump? Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Nay, nay. You must not hastily to such conclusions jump. Ampersand quo. Such epithets, like pepper, give zest to what you write. And, if you strew them sparsely, they whet the appetite, but if you lay them on too thick, you spoil the matter quite. Ampersand quo. Last, as to the arrangement, your reader, you should show him, must take what information he can get, and look for no immature disclosure of the drift and purpose of your poem. Ampersand quo. Therefore to test his patience, how much he can endure, mention no places, names, or dates, and evermore be sure throughout the poem to be found consistently obscure. Ampersand quo. First fix upon the limit to which it shall extend, then fill it up with padding. Beg some of any friend your great sensation stanza you place towards the end. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. And what is a sensation, grandfather? Tell me, pray? I think I never heard the word so used before today. Be kind enough to mention one exempli gratia ampersand quo. And the old man, looking sadly across the garden lawn, where here and there a dewdrop yet glittered in the dawn, said and quo. Go to the Adelphi, and see the colleen bawn. Ampersand quo. The word is due to Bouchicall, the theory is his, where life becomes a spasm, and history a whiz. If that is not sensation, I don't know what it is. Ampersand quo. Now try your hand, ere fancy have lost its present glow. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. And then, ampersand quo. His grandson added, ampersand quo. We'll publish it, you know, green cloth, gold lettered at the back, in duodecimo. Ampersand quo. Then proudly smiled that old man, to see the eager lad rush madly for his pen and ink and for his blotting pad, but, when he thought of publishing, his face grew stern and sad.